Hi everyone and welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
And I'm Chickling.
So today we're on our second part of the article that introduces some cool places in Peru. Yesterday we were at the salt mines of a small town called Maras, something like that.
And the water comes out of the mountainside in springs, and there are around 4,500 wells, each owned by a family.
The water streams down over terraces, which are little flat open spaces on the mountainside.
And the water looks like it's flowing over steps as it comes down the mountain.
So as well as giving water to the plants in these terraces, this is also a system of salt mining.
And when the water dries up in the sun, it leaves salt crystals behind.
Yep, and these can then be collected and either used or sold.
People grew plants and mined salt like this for years, and it still happens today.
Exactly. People still use this very old traditional method, and because it's important for their culture and just a really cool thing to look at, the area is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Today, let's learn more about another place in Peru.
Yeah, if you look at the title of our article, you'll know exactly what it is. Let's check it out.
Reading. What to see in pretty Peru. Salt mines and Rainbow Peak. Another must-see in the Peruvian Andes is the colorful Vinicunca, which is also known as Rainbow Mountain. The peak is famous for its vivid colors and features rich red, bright pink, and deep gold stripes. With a height of 5,200 meters, the landmark appears as a wonderful bright sight on the horizon. In the past, this beautiful view was actually hidden under snow. The mountain's true colors stayed a secret until 2014. At that time, rising temperatures caused the snow to melt and revealed the natural wonder. Under the frost, centuries of weathering and a buildup of minerals had created the rich hues the area is now famous for. After its discovery, the peak became more and more popular with tourists and locals alike. It has even been named as one of the top 100 places to visit before you die by National Geographic. With Peru's ancient salt mines and its colorful mountain, it's clear why millions of people find it exciting to visit this country.
Okay, so our article begins by saying another must-see, and must-see here doesn't have a noun after it, so it's acting as a noun. It just means a really cool place. Another must-see in the Peruvian Andes is the colorful, and I'm going to say this wrong, Vinicunca, I think, which is also known as Rainbow Mountain. So it's got a nice English name we can use instead. So we did see the word Peruvian in that article. Peruvian is an adjective meaning from Peru or related to Peru, like Paddington Bear, for example. He's Peruvian, because we can also use it as a noun to describe a person from Peru.
所以秘鲁的安第斯山脉另一个必看景点是色彩缤纷的 Vinicunca， 也被称为是彩虹山哦。
Now, we also saw that phrase to be known as in the article, and that's what gave us the English name. So this is a phrasal verb, and it's used to give the common names for a place or a person that has more than one name. It's not going to be a name that only a few people know. It's going to be a public name that a lot of people will kind of recognize. For example, the boxer Muhammad Ali was also known as the greatest, while Paris, the capital of France, is also known as the City of Light.
所以这是以什么身份为人所知，那我们也可以讲 The French are known as the world's greatest lovers， 或者是呢 be known for， 就是以某特点为人所知哦。比如说 This restaurant is known for their Italian cuisine. So why is this mountain called Rainbow Mountain?
Well, yeah, why is it known as that? The article says the peak, so that's the kind of top bit of the mountain, the peak is famous for its vivid colors and features rich red, bright pink, and deep gold stripes. So the word vivid means bright and strong, and it's generally used to talk about colors. Think of parrots. Most parrots have vivid colors. We could also say someone has a vivid imagination if they can think of all kinds of interesting things and picture them in their heads very clearly and strongly. For example, we could say the forest floor is covered with a vivid carpet of colorful flowers.
Vivid 就是有颜色很鲜艳很明亮的意思，那也可以当栩栩如生哦，所以如果你的想象力很丰富，你就可以说 You have a vivid imagination. 所以我们可以造一个句子 Her vivid imagination makes her art so unique. So we have a rich red, bright pink, and deep gold stripes on this mountain.
Yeah, I can kind of imagine looking at that and thinking, wow, that is a very colorful mountain.
Yeah.
Now, these are striped patterns, and stripes are patterns of lines which can go in any direction, and they generally follow this kind of regular pattern. You can't see it probably because I don't think the camera's that good, but there are actually stripes, slightly darker, slightly lighter ones on this shirt. No stripes on yours. You've got
I was going to wear a shirt with
cool,
stripes.
interesting pattern. It's not stripes. So let's think of a couple of animals instead. Zebras have black and white stripes, of course, while the tiger's stripes, they're black stripes on the orange fur.
Say stripe 就是条纹哦。What else do we learn about this mountain?
Well, the article says, with a height of 5,200 meters, the landmark appears as a wonderful bright sight on the horizon. So a landmark is a famous thing in a particular place, one that is easy to recognize and one that's always kind of associated with that place, like Taipei 101 right here, or the Eiffel Tower in Paris. It's the sort of thing people would come to see.
所以 landmark 就是地标，那也可以当里程碑的意思。
So we also saw the word horizon in that sentence. You could see this peak on the horizon. The horizon is the farthest point away you can see. So if you're looking and the sky and the land, they kind of meet, they become a line, that is the horizon. You can't see any further than that. But if Rainbow Peak is on the horizon with all these bright stripes on them, you're definitely going to see it.
Yeah, 所以 horizon 就是地平线，那它的高度呢是5200公尺哦。这个地标在地平线上看起来就是一个很漂亮的明亮景象。
So here's an interesting fact about the mountain, and it kind of explains its name. So we see that in the past, this beautiful view was actually hidden under snow.
So what did this mean? We learned that in the article, the mountain's true colors stayed a secret until 2014. 代表呢，过去这个漂亮的风景其实是被雪盖住的，一直到2014年呢，它原来的真实样貌才显现出来。
By the way, true colors is quite a good idiom. You can use it about a person and it means like their true nature, who they really are. If you show your true colors, it's not just about color, it's showing your real personality. So, we know that there's all these bright colors, the reds and the pinks and the golds, they were under snow until only 6 or 7 years ago. The article then explains what happened next. It says, at that time, so 2014, rising temperatures caused the snow to melt and revealed the natural wonder. So we saw that the cause of this, of course, if snow's going to melt, it needs to be hot, and that is related to the word temperature. The word temperature kind of means one of the scales of measurement that we use to talk about how hot or cold something is. Most countries in the world use degrees Celsius to measure temperature, for example. We can also use the word temperature to talk about how hot or how cold something is. And we use this for anything from food, oh, you serve this at a hot temperature, to the weather, oh, temperatures are very cold this week. If we say rising temperatures, like we do in the article, this means the air is getting hotter, the weather is having more hot days, and the snow can't stick around, so it will melt. Here's another example. We could say, at very low temperatures, water turns into ice.
Temperature 就是温度的意思，所以发烧你可以说 to have a temperature or to run a temperature. 那我们可以说 the museum doesn't allow entry for anyone that's running a temperature. So what we learned is that the world is getting hot, and this meant the snow on Rainbow Peak melted.
Which is, I guess, pretty bad in terms of climate change. I guess the one good point was that it revealed the colors of the mountain. To reveal something means to show something that has been hidden before. Now, as well as physical things, the word reveal can also be used about facts, about information. For example, you could reveal a secret by telling it to many people, or reveal your true name if you've been hiding it before. So for something more physical, something you can see, we could say, I took the cover off the plate and revealed the delicious meal that had been under it.
所以 reveal 就是使什么东西显露或露出，那它会显现出来原来漂亮的颜色是因为温度升高，雪融化了。那这个字呢可以变成形容词，变成 revealing， 就是衣服暴露的或者是泄露真相的。那我们用衣服暴露的这个意思来造一个句子。She was wearing a tight and revealing black dress. I have a question though.
Okay.
Yeah.Where do these lovely colors come from?
Right. Normally we think of mountains as being kind of grey.
Grey? Green?
Well, they're green in Taiwan because it's kind of all the trees and stuff. But
true.
I think
of
mountains are, white if it snows. But not red, pink and gold.
No.
So let's explain why this happens. The article says, under the frost, centuries of weathering and a buildup of minerals had created the rich hues the area is now famous for. Got quite a few words to look at here, starting with frost. Frost is a layer of small white ice crystals, and that's using a word from yesterday. Frost usually forms on the ground and plants when temperatures are low. So in the UK, you'll often see it on the ground in winter in the morning. This isn't snow. It's not something you can really pick up or make a snowman with. It's just a thin layer of crunchy white that's on the ground first thing in the morning.
It's always really beautiful, like a thin layer on the plants and the flowers. 所以它会在花上面吗？不一定。Frost 就是霜 so like frosting for the cookies. 糖霜也是可以。So it's the minerals that cause the colors.
Yeah, exactly. So the weather kind of affects it. The rain and the wind and the snow sort of break bits of rock off. But also there's this minerals, a build-up of minerals. Build-up means it kind of gathers and you get more over time. But what's a mineral? Well, it's a solid chemical of some kind that's naturally found in nature. Now, it's the sort of thing you would go and mine for. So salt is a kind of mineral. And you can see the relationship between these words, mine, mineral, okay? Minerals are valuable as we need them to build things, make things, and more. We also need some minerals like iron in our body. It's just something we need to grow, like calcium for our teeth and bones. That's another mineral. So we could say, for example, this area is rich in minerals, so many companies have set up mines here.
所以 mineral 就是矿物的意思。那么有一种东西叫做矿物油，就是 mineral oil。那如果是矿泉水呢，就是 mineral water 或者是 bottled water。那也可以是人体所需的矿物质的意思。那文章呢，就是说在霜冻下呢，数百年来的风化跟矿物质的堆积，就造就了该地的 rich hues.
We do say that this weathering, so that's the effects of the weather, and building up of these different minerals this is responsible for the mountain's rich hues. The word hue, and it's H-U-E, hue, basically means the same as color, but we can also use it to mean the different varieties of a single color, like different greens and blues, all the way from very light to very dark, from a pale color to a bold, strong, vivid color, and so on. That's what we use the word hue for.
所以 hue 就是颜色或色调，所以它就是造就了该地如此闻名的丰富色调的原因。
So, now everyone could see the beauties of Rainbow Mountain. And of course, now it gets its name because of all these colors, just like a rainbow has. And we see, as a result of this, that after its discovery, the peak became more and more popular with tourists and locals alike. So it's popular with both tourists and locals. People visit it from all over. And the revealing of all these colors, we call this a discovery. The word discovery is the noun form of discover. So it's the finding of something new that was either hidden or unknown before. We can talk about the discoveries of new places, although that's usually by Europeans because people generally lived in them first. So discovering America, the discovery of America by Columbus, he didn't really discover it, he just was the first one from Europe to find it. Or we could talk about the discovery of special things in science. Here's a famous example. Alexander Fleming made an amazing discovery, something that could kill many kinds of bacteria.
Discovery 就是发现的意思，是个名词哦。那它的动词很简单，我们把 y 拿掉就变 discover。那我们当然说这边因为很漂亮嘛，所以 many tourists would like to see this place.
Of course they would. So a tourist is a person who visits a place where they don't live to see the famous sights, enjoy the natural beauty, try the food, sample the culture, and so on. It's basically just the same as being a visitor, someone who's on a vacation. Of course, tourists travel for pleasure, not for business. They're not just going somewhere for a job or a meeting. They're traveling to enjoy that place or country. Now, it's especially true if they are on some kind of organized tour where a group of people travel together and have a guide to show them around. But if somebody is visiting a place, then basically they're a tourist. For example, you can see many tourists taking pictures of Taipei 101.
Wow, 所以 tourist 就是观光客、游客，所以旅游业呢就是 the tourist industry 或者旅游景点 tourist attractions。比如说老师刚刚也有讲到的埃菲尔铁塔 Eiffel Tower is one of the great tourist attractions of the world. 就是呢埃菲尔铁塔是世界上其中一个很棒的旅游景点。那文章就是说呢，颜色显现出来之后啊，就吸引越来越多观光客或跟当地人想要去那边参观。
Of course, you can be a tourist in your own country.
Yeah.
You can go to a different part of the country, you're still a tourist. Also, we see in the article that so Rainbow Mountain, it has even been named as one of the top 100 places to visit before you die by National Geographic.
And our article finishes with a general statement about Peru. It says, with Peru's ancient salt mines and its colorful mountain, it's clear why millions of people find it exciting to visit this country.
Yeah, lots of great reasons to come and visit the country of Peru, see what's going on there. Now, we did have today's grammar point in that last sentence. Somebody finds or thinks or considers or believes plus it, plus an adjective, and then either to do or for someone to do something. Now, the it in this sentence is a dummy pronoun. It's not standing in for another noun. It just helps us to make the sentence work properly and kind of make sense. And we use this sentence pattern to show what someone thinks or feels or believes or considers. The word find in this kind of sentence and in our article means to discover something, usually without expecting to.
所以就是某人 find, believe, consider, think, it 怎么样怎么样。老师讲 it 是虚受词哦，它是取代后面不定词 to be 所形成的真受词，所以 it, it 之后的形容词呢是受词补语，用来补充说明受词哦。那文章的意思就是说，秘鲁拥有古老的盐田跟缤纷的山脉，也难怪呢有数百万人会很想要去拜访这个地方。
So there you go. Peru seems a great place to visit. Let's now move on to today's For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
So our question today is, which world-famous place would you like to visit and why?
I've seen this picture of the Pink Lake in Australia.
Okay.
The other day, and I really want to go. It's really beautiful to see it from above. And there's like plenty of helicopter services available.
Okay.
So maybe there. Have you heard of it? The Pink Lake?
Pink Lake? No.
It's on an island. You don't really get close to it, but you can see it from above.
Oh, you kind of fly around it.
And then you can take pictures of the view.
All right. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's all pink. It's so cool.
All right. I would like to see the Taj Mahal in India
me too.
at some point. It is such a famous place. It is kind of, everyone thinks of India, they think of that place.
Yeah.
So that is definitely up there on my list. I'd kind of like to see the Grand Canyon.
Oh, I've been there.
You've seen it?
Yeah, it's so magnificent. You have to go.
Okay, all right.
Crazy.
I'll put that on there.
Crazy.
And that the famous statue up in the hills near Rio de Janeiro, the Jesus statue, and kind of looking out over the beach of Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, I don't really know.
I'd kind of like to stand there as well. That's a cool place. But yeah, we could go on. There are so many places that we haven't seen. Hopefully we'll be allowed to travel before long and see them all.
Yeah.
But that is all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. For English for You, I'm Pat.
I'm Chickling.
Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Vivid. The garden was full of vivid flowers, which formed a colorful display. Temperature. The temperature of the fire is so high that it can easily melt metal. Reveal. The magician took off his hat and revealed a rabbit sitting on his head. Mineral. The company mined the earth for minerals such as coal, iron, and gold. Discovery. The discovery of this medicine has helped many people who have this disease. Tourist. The old historical street is often full of tourists taking photos and buying gifts.
智慧小补帖
Stripe. Landmark. Horizon. Frost. Hue.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作。活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net